Hello everyone, this is Miss Day. We're going to go over step 2. I'm going to scroll over here to my frequency tables. And here I'm finding out how many games each player scored, a certain score between these ranges. These are already set up for you, but for this first column, we're going to teach you what to do. Here I'm finding out for player 1, how many games player 1 scored 0 to 5 points. So to find that out, I click equals and type count if parentheses. Now I'm going to scroll over here and I'm going to click and drag for player 1's points, just like how we did sums and averages. We're going to go up here and type comma. Then I'm going to do quotation marks and do less than symbol equals 5. Finish off those quotation marks and finish off the parentheses. Once I have all of this typed into this box up here, I'm going to click enter. Scroll over and I can see here it has 3 games that player scored between 0 and 5. And I need to do the same thing for player 2 and player 3. So for player 2, I'm going to type in equals count if parentheses, scroll over to player 2, click and drag. I'm highlighting all of their games and their points. I'm going to do comma, quotation marks, less than equals 5. Enter those quotation marks into the parentheses and click enter. And then now player 3. Click into that box, equals, type count if, parentheses. Now I'm going to highlight player 3's points. Come up here and click comma, quotation marks, less than 5, quotation marks, enter the parentheses, click enter. Okay, so now we have our frequency table all filled out. And if I keep scrolling over, I can see there's a chart here, and it shows me the same data in this table, but in bar graph. So you'll be able to compare each player, how well they scored on their points. Let's go over here and do the same thing for assists. So I'm going to do equals count if parentheses. And then I'm going to scroll over to player 1. This time I'm highlighting the player 1's assists. Make sure we're highlighting the right data. Do a comma and quotation marks, less than or equal to. And this time I'm going to put a 1. And that's because over on my table, I'll show you in a minute, but you finish off the quotation marks and the parentheses. Over here on my table, I have 0 to 1. And so I want to make sure I have 1 instead of 5 this time. Then I'm going to click enter. And that player had 11 games where he had only 0 or 1 assists. Time for player 2. So I'm going to click this box here, type equals, count if, parentheses, go over here to player 2's data and look for assists. I'm going to click and drag, go up here to our box, comma, quotation marks, less than, equal, 1. Into those quotation marks and parentheses, click enter. And now player 3. I'm going to do equals, count if, parentheses, Get player 3's assists. Type up here, comma, quotation marks, less than, equals 1. End of those quotation marks, parentheses, then click enter. Now, assists is all done. That frequency table is all complete. I can scroll down and look at this bar graph, and it tells me the data. Now it's time for the last one, range, or rebounds. So I'm going to click on player 1. Notice it has the same range as how assists was, 0 to 1. I'm going to click equals, count if, parentheses, scroll over to player 1's rebounds data, highlight and drag down. Then go up here to my text box, comma, quotation marks, less than or equal to 1, quotation marks, end of parentheses, then click enter. By now we should have the hang of this. Player 2, I'm going to type in equals, count if, parentheses, go up to player 2's rebounds, click and drag, up here, comma, quotation marks, less than or equal to 1, quotation marks, end of the parentheses, and click enter. Last one. Okay, we're going to do equals, count if, parentheses, go up to player 3's rebounds, I'm going to click and drag, comma, quotation marks, less than or equal to 1. End of the quotation marks, end of parentheses, click enter. Voila. You are all done on this sheet. You'll be able to go and look at your charts here and compare your players. Okay.